Transcript. Area experts have found that utilizing our new $10 billion toy, the flight plan could take an exceptionally broad term before it will end up being a reality. On the off chance that it goes according to plan, the visit to Proxima may take around various years. So, all things considered, it will perhaps be several years sooner than we can confirm if there can be certain life on that planet. The layout demand remains. Would it be truly savvy for us to communicate we're all alone in this universe? The Webb Space Telescope has found several non-human-like things some distance from Earth, guiding us toward tactical reaction. Our trip for presence beyond us has been a top priority for the scope of every single human advancement, to such an extent that we have suspended a truly enormous number of media works and speculations as to count our miracle with appreciation to our area and detachment in the universe. This has been standard as though it's far amassed within us to persistently search for a companion, not enduring how alien-like. Certainly, we ought to think about more, and anyway the reactions we care about. Could they at some point say they might be really the reactions we are attempting to find? Or would potentially they say they will be stunningly, truly alarming? Come close by us as we assess the sharp revelations in the country conditions of universes and planets on the experience to find something we may not be formed to see lighting quite far off. Scientists have figured out what could potentially be the best important exposure of ever again in 2021, at the point when the James Webb Space Telescope changed into plan. Goodbye. A thoroughly spellbinding hypothetical requesting was raised around the limitations of our progress. The inquiry was whether, in some time, our telescopes ought to see artificial signals on another planet alongside Proxima B. Proxima B, the closest exoplanet to Earth, is in the good district of our closest neighbor, the minimal well-known performer Proxima Centauri, 24 light-years away. Since the exoplanet is only a few models inside the strategy of its hot star than Earth is from the Sun, Proxima is supposed to be tidally locked with an endless dayside and nightside like our Moon. As hypothetical high-level human advancement on Proxima B should pass warmth and energy from the day feature to the night feature utilizing photovoltaic cells that produce power from starlight, a paper with monolingam, as one of the experts showed, that titanic utilization of the day point of view through sunlight-based chargers may be connected with future telescopes. Given that the Webb Space Telescope was also evolved, it had permitted us to develop our journey for plan and gadgets to pleasant exoplanets like Proxima B. In the long run, in the manner that the James Webb Space Telescope makes 2024, it did precisely that, making utilization of its higher responsiveness and more noteworthy course of action of cough points. The JWST should have picked the lighting foundations we were searching for and most probably flung us into another giant season of human development, permitting us to dive into the universe of planets and exoplanets to perceive how this was even conceivable. James Webb's giant article is to examine Proxima and its mysteries. Generally, through the scope of time, individuals have considered the person of the universe. What are we? Where could we ever come from? In which are we going? These are average yet extremely hard demands man has attempted to reply, mulling over that he got certification presently inside the hour of invigorating imaginative progress. One looks at whether we're any closer to any of the above-mentioned questions. If you inquire a pragmatist, he should most possibly say we are currently at stage 0 of knowing ourselves inside the universe. However, ask a region expert the incredibly similar part and watch him bob around in energy as he rushes to edify you as for the most outrageous tasteful disclosures people have made about the universe using their speedy mechanical gatherings. These devices, however not given unique interests using the generally people, are straightforwardly a sign of human new advancement. We at this point have the area effectively accessible. Also, it's time we push ahead and get the universe effectively. To be expected to do that has been finished up through specialists and cosmologists. It is through the improvement we tackle a particular happening to that. Express movement is as of now responsible for the new revelation of what can be lights on another planet light-years away. Indeed, we're inspecting the James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb Space Telescope is the creation considered out of the practices of human missions into the district to manage a couple of prepared proficient inquiries. Would it be fitting to say we are isolated from every person who is reachable? Where could we ever start and where may we ever surrender? This infrared space stargazing contraption has proactively started answering these requests. Anyway, to a few confirmations first, you can wind up asking what even is Proxima B? Proxima B, or just Proxima B, is sometimes known as Alpha Centauri b. To the degree that Earth is concerned, it circles an M-type superstar. Wonderful Earths are a class of planets that are conceivable more massive than Earth. In any case, lighter than ice giants like Neptune and Uranus. They are expressed to be produced from gas, rock, or even a mix of each. Their sizes can go from twice the size of Earth to 2 or more times its mass. They truly resemble the extraordinary Earth. Concerning Proxima B, its mass is acknowledged to be identical to 1.07 Earths. Perhaps it requires 11.2 days to complete one circle of its colossal star, as compared to our 365.25 days. You could truly take a gander at the perspectives of the Titanic star. Proxima B's surrounding environment is especially under the evaluation of the all-out electromagnetic range. The popular individual has an absolute splendor of just around 0.16% that of the Sun. Also, in the huge range, its splendor appears to be fundamentally dimmer, as it enlightens just 0.056% of the Sun's brilliance. Inside the serene star, it conveys a significantly lesser amount of light energy instead of the Sun. Over 85% of its conveyed energy is within the state of infrared radiation, circumnavigating around 0.485 to 0.6 Australian dollars from its immense name. Proxima B's openness was brought way back in 2016. You turned out to be curious about the justification for Proxima B among a stack of stars, planets, and plans. Why are we so designated on this express superb bundling? Totally, there are a couple of reasons that contribute to the unprecedented interest cosmologists have with Proxima B. Over the sum of its miles, the closest star to our arranged system, despite the fact that 4 of everyone's authentic years is a monstrous distance to us Earthlings, inside the effectively thought-out plan of the universe, it is a clear blip. In this way, Proxima B, our closest star, is incredible up at the need listing. It is also a total piece of the sharp, colossal contraption called Alpha Centauri. Notwithstanding Proxima B's low gleam, the legitimate contraption appears as one of the most prominent star groupings within the evening sky, primarily inside the rear of 2 others referred to as Sirius and Corvus. At any rate, the best fascinating issue of Proxima and Proxima B is that it should totally probability be good as it falls inside the habitable zone. The potential is unlimited to encompass the tremendous star. Thus, cosmologists have stepped through on the exam to view as the profundities and cutoff places of the star's limit. This is where the James Webb Space Telescope comes in because the JWST keeps its assessment of the imparted exoplanet. We get dynamically toward the consequence of these missions, from SETI to exoplanet assessment, in the mission for extraterrestrial ways of life. So what definitively is SETI? Considering individuals have generally been a curious creature, bunches getting a handle on and colliding with the whole group that moves, moreover doesn't move, it is nothing frightening that an undertaking like SETI arose on such an extraordinary breadth and vision. God has made an ideal great road trip. Anyway, with a twist. Instead of gold, we're dependent on looking for markers, particularly electromagnetic murmurs from progressions past. Something we should whenever ponder. SETI tends to look for extraterrestrial information, and it is our framework's endeavor to get signs and aftereffects of stunning presence disguising in the of the stars. Our central goal keeps continually way back during the 1900s. By and by, after the radio age appeared into human use, pioneers like Nikola Tesla and Guglielmo Marconi appeared with an incredibly express astuteness. They trusted to utilize those wise gadgets to make interstellar communication. Tesla even thought for even one moment to favor the possibility of chatting with Martians using his wireless transmission gadget. Fast forward to the 1960s, and we end up in the center of Project OSMA, the brainchild of the past crazy cosmologist Dr. Frank Drake. Equipped with serious areas of strength for a telescope, Drake checked the unfathomable distant transmissions for signs and delayed consequences of something happening where it matters most. However, sadly, his endeavors didn't yield much. The mission gone before, scientists generally tuned their radio wires to the limitless orchestra. In the meantime, over inside the Soviet Union, our counterparts across the Iron Curtain have been similar Eli Lilly amped up for the pompous chatter, pushed with the aid of the famous ISF. Soviet analysts turned their receiving wire up, searching for those precarious transmissions from the stars. In this way, the level became set for an endless battle. However, what's this high-quality signal gained in the midst of the gigantic commotion? conveying the conversation and nerves to an untouched high named the wow signal, is shipped off wonder waves through spread-out analysts. As the years went by, the mission for extraterrestrial communication just raised from T2 to the M-embrace Cyclops. Analysts went full-scale in their outing to conclude the grandeur secret. Then, in a lucky turn of events or possibly destiny, a coded radio transmission from Mars via telescopes ignited the effects of unwinding yet again. Action everything with the exception of what does that evaluation have all the earmarks of now, and how some have advanced with regard to missions lighting foundations on Proxima B. In a 2021 examination paper named Visibility of Artificial Lights from Proxima B, experts Elisa Tabor and Abraham Th. gave a task to research the cutoff concerning seeing artificial lights radiating from the haziest side of Proxima B. Pondering Proxima B is put inside the habitable zone of its nearest star, they gandered to view whether Proxima B could probably lead to reasonable lifestyles and a method for finding it later. Given Proxima B's importance as an unbiased candidate in the mission for extraterrestrial ways of life, they developed a tasty yet shocking detail. The new speculative radio transmission disclosure from Proxima B was now not quite as late as it changed into to get as of late. This, anyway, when your area of assessment is a region where a hatchet requires light years to venture to every part of the entire situation, it's a leap forward making stomach acid buzz among the mechanical new. In affiliation, the prohibitive radio transmission mission presented one more layer of intriguing yet engaging rush that area experts can't once in a while clutch. The most minimal of the transmission became recognized through the Get Out Ahead Center undertaking. Furthermore, it addresses a presumably candidate for a more critical earthly radio discharge starting from the spot of Proxima Centauri, the host star of Proxima B. The forward listen task, passed in 2015, was expected to frame the sky for signs normal for mechanical metropolitan establishments past Earth in the mission for moving past the limitations of space and tuning in for any state of communication. The use of cutting-edge radio telescopes and fax assessment structures allowed the attempt to examine alongside individuals of the electromagnetic reach, watching out for imperative transmissions that can't be easily described through the strategy for typical peculiarities. This search has been ongoing for a genuinely significant time. Because of the theoretical radio transmission from Proxima B, the tale is immensely valued. Cosmologists managing the task recognized a limited band discharge at a rehash of around 982 MHz. This recurrent falls inside the game plan as frequently connected with counterfeit radio transmissions, including those utilized for discussion purposes within the globe. It was an intriguing disclosure that made the way for an all-out new group of boundary results. Not enduring the sign has at no point been decisively credited to an extraterrestrial starting spot and may have elective habits of reasoning. The divulgence remains a critical accomplishment in humankind's information. With the signs spread out, it became time to analyze the confirmation. The proof gathered from the speculative radio transmission from Proxima B started a typhoon of advancement among space-trained professionals and specialists in general. The tempting chance of seeing artificial lights communicating from the obscured side of Proxima B ignited characters and filled further evaluations concerning the prospect of the sign and its consistent results. As scientists dug further into the information and composed demanding assessments, they hoped to see whether the perceived radio transmission was most certainly of extraterrestrial beginning or, on the other hand, a result of selected clarifications. The ramifications of such a disclosure were basic, possibly showing the presence of a high-level human progression fit for controlling improvement on Proxima B. With the Movement Listen project at the front of the evaluation, investigators investigated each piece of the sign, inspecting its rehash, power, and gaseous credits. They shaped overall that, against known typical idiosyncrasies and counterfeit wellsprings of radio spreads, to pick its probability of being of outsider beginning. At something very similar, endeavors were in progress to further foster understanding strategies and expand screening and limit focused on recognizing any ongoing transmissions or pen ants from Proxima. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its high-level instrumentation and responsiveness, played a fundamental role in this persistent endeavor for extraterrestrial data. As the scholarly neighborhood stayed vigilant in its main goal for understanding the unusual sign, the more prominent results of such an openness reverberated throughout society. Demand journeys concerning humankind's position in the universe, the presence of other intelligent creatures, and the potential for interstellar correspondence got the public's imaginative mind and controlled hypothesis. In the midst of the energy and supposition, Specialists kept a serious and cognizant technique for dealing with their evaluations, aware of the prerequisite for care and vulnerability in unwinding the information. While the possibility of announcing the presence of extraterrestrial data was intriguing, experts saw the importance of serious assessment and peer review to support any remarkable states. Meanwhile, the excursion for indications of sharp life past Earth proceeded unabated, with space experts really looking at the universe for any traces of human progression among the stars. The assessment of Proxima B and other exoplanets stays a position of mix of reasonable sales, offering enticing brief looks at the normal grouping and intricacy of universes past our planetary social affair. As humankind wandered further into the universe, coordinated by interest and longing for information, the excursion for extraterrestrial data remained a colossal and persevering endeavor. Whether the speculative radio transmission from Proxima be declared the beginning of some other time in how we might interpret the universe should have been worked out. Still, it highlighted the unlimited capacity of human assessment and the overcoming journey to open the secrets of the universe.